Democratic Republic of Congo. That's huge. Oh, sit down, sit down.
I don't want to give, any credential, to whatever they are saying. It doesn't distract from the fact that, I was at the convention. I was invited properly, and have an honored guest, position. So. Who are they that I have need to prove anything to them? How was that? And what's their business? Is that about the high unemployment in this country? Is that about lack of food on the tables and in the kitchen of the poor? Is that about electricity that they cannot even properly privatize? Blackmailing the honorable minister and forcing somebody to resign because they want to turn it to family patrimony? Is that, the cause of infrastructure that is lacking in this country? Is that, shouldn't we even share knowledge, acquire knowledge to really understand, what a nation needs?
How prepared are you for next month's election in Ondo State?
We are very, very prepared. The candidate is working hard. The party is working very hard. All our structure are in place. And as long as the election is well monitored, policed, and controlled, we are very sure of victory.
Victory indeed.
First batch is 25. How solid is the state financially to ensure that none of them will be abandoned?
We put our priority right. We first of all, we engineer our finances. It will be slow in gestation because people are not, naturally will not respond to new creative method of financing. But this is what, this is an innovation, and equally the standard of this building that we are bringing is another pace-setting program for those schools. The funding is not there to take everything in one go, but by managing a good cash management method, we are not going to hold nobody, and we are not going to abandon no project.
Your Excellency, sir, a project like this has to be sustained by teachers who can actually face the challenge. Do you plan to train your teachers to make them use the standard education
we will continue to upgrade the teacher training program. Equally, we are going to hire more teachers. Okay? Those who are on temporary appointments will be converted to have job security. This is part of the government program. Put the teacher and the people first. Equally, we will have training the trainers program in information technology. I don't study the anthropology of it. Where are we? No. Political power is not going to be served in a restaurant. It's not served in a la carte. It's what we are doing. It's being determined to do it. At all costs, fight for it, grab it,
snatch it,
Yes, sir.
and run with it.
Yes, sir. Jagaban. Jagaban.
The country is going through a very strong phase of reform. And this reform is taking a very bold and hard decision. For example, you might be hearing from home now in the last few days about fuel prices. But can we help it? Can we develop? You use their good roads, say, eh? You see electricity being constant. You see water supply being constant and running. What is the critical path to get us there? If we cannot take hard, painful decisions to pave the way, now is to provide the leadership that is necessary. And I'm committed to that. It's not all about politics. If you are afraid of taking the hard decision when it is time to do it, you probably will not be able to build a national consensus any day, anytime.
And I just take the last part of Order 38. That is order of the business. Mr. President, the order of the business says, number 10, that our business for the day will be based on the order paper. The order paper does not contain this. And for God's sake, this is a very, very, very important matter. We should not in any way try to use the position of the Senate, because the order paper is clear, and we have been doing this. I have no problem having them to come here and explain whatever. We have been doing that, but we follow known procedures. And that is, if today this thing has to be taken, you now quickly ask for supplementary order paper that will reflect this. And as you said, this is a very, very important matter. It is not a matter that you just come and tell us after we are doing business of the day. Mr. President, you can have your way, but I will have my say. You will have your way, but I can have my say. You can use the gavel, and I will use my voice. This thing is very sensitive. Our people have been dominated by this matter. When you say it's matter of urgent national importance, yes, we do have matters of urgent national importance. But even those matters normally is referred to the next legislative date or another legislative date. Please, I beg you in the name of God, this matter is very, very important to not only us, but Nigerians that we represent. And we swear by Bible and Holy Quran that will represent the interests of the people. These people partially have spoken. The governors, the National Economic Council, and that makes
you have made your point. Can I respond to you?
You can rule me out of order.
Let me respond. Let me respond to you. Now, please, we are not here for rhetorics. We are acting on fact. Excuse me. Order, please. Order, please. Order, please. Order, please. Order.
You, because you are sitting there saying saying it's written.
I know.
Are you saying, Mr. President, that a Senate?
No, leave me. Wait a minute.
Is that fair to yourself? Now rule me out of order.
Okay, thank you very much. We're giving you a chance to speak. Please, I refer you to order 1B, which the leader came under. Can you read order 1B for me, please? Can you read order 1B? Okay. Order 1B read as follows. In all cases not provided for in this standing order, or by sessional or other orders or practice of the Senate shall by resolution regulate its procedure. This is what we have just done. This is the resolution that we have just passed. You needed to have known what we have done. I therefore rule you out of order.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you to Honor Politics. For the moment, while I refresh your memory to get you into what we are going to talk about today, please like, share, and subscribe. While I wait for more people to join, I encourage you to like, share, subscribe.
We want to carry along everybody, all Nigerians. So this is what we want to do. Except you don't want openness, the intention is to open up to allow everyone to know. You may phrase your Mr. President. Excuse me. Your point of order is noted, but I want to rephrase so that we can have it done formally without any problem. Leader, you have the floor.
Mr. President, I listened to the point of order raised by most distinguished, highly respected, well-revered former leader of the House and of the Senate, distinguished Senator Abdul Ningi. Mr. President, let me clarify. My motion was for suspension, not invocation, of Order 12. Order 12 talks about those who are privileged to speak in this hallowed chamber, as well as the exceptions that can be granted. But when a motion is moved for suspension, it means that rule does not apply again. In addition, sir, for the purpose of our working relationship, let me also amend my motion by saying that in addition to my motion for suspension of Order 12 on floor privileges, I'm also coming under Order 1B, which says in all cases where there is no specific provision or rule, the Senate shall regulate its own procedure. So, Mr. President, let it be said that my motion is based on both the invocation of Order 1B of our rules as well as the suspension of Order 12 of our rules. Nigerians need to know, and we also want to know. Let's hear these people. Let's ask them questions. And that's why I've chosen that we'll go this way before I bring my bill for second reading. After this, we'll still have our own closed-door session tomorrow as colleagues to further discuss this issue. It's a matter of urgent public importance. I so move, Mr. President.
What the president essentially is doing is trying to pull all the resources to the southwest, particularly Lagos. Many of the oil companies are in Niger Delta, are in the Delta region. That's where they have their operations. But their headquarters are in Lagos. They pay VAT to Lagos. Dangote is paying VAT in Lagos with his factories in Rome. What has Lagos done to earn that? So Lagos is getting all of that money. And now you're saying, oh yeah, that money is ours, that money is ours. No, it isn't. Lagos is what it is today thanks to Nigeria's Commonwealth. All the infrastructures were built by Nigerian Commonwealth. The ports, the bridges, the everything. If anybody asks you, you must pay. So people need to be sensible. There is this thing they call in the old Zulu adage, Ubuntu. You are who you are because of me. It's common humanity. Northern governors met in Kaduna to talk about VAT. Oh, and they want to accrue more money. Let me say that they were not there for God and country or for the region. They were collecting there because they're not going to get more money. So this selfishness, oh, it's me, it's me, it's me, and the president is following that, it's raising antenna alarm in the north. To all that, yes, and the president has sent a bill to the House about this tax reform. That is his right as the executive. But it is the right of our representatives, and we're watching them very closely. It is the right of our representatives to fight for us and kill that bill if it does not do well for the people they are representing. End of story. There is no argument. There is no argument. This is what democracy is. President Bola Tinubu on his own cannot do things without reverting back to the House. And we have our representatives there that we will hold accountable.
I welcome you to Corner Politics, where we talk politics and policy. So today, no could be different. I don't talk for like what 3 to 4 weeks, pretty much on daily basis. That the debate will start, the conversation will start after the bill don't pass. And I hope people begin to see clearly now why the ECPA news dominated the airline last week. Last week was when all these things, the bills was pretty much put to rest. Now they can come on TV and argue whatever, but it doesn't really matter. The deed has been done. Now, I had the opportunity to interview Congressman Gardner from North Dakota when I did school. He's a senator now. One takeaway from that conversation when I asked him out of curiosity, like how the day to day, just to get an insight how they relate with the constituency since in the Washington DC. The guy say on the road flights pretty much every Friday from Washington DC to North Dakota where in constituency is. And between the back and forth flight every Friday, they personally read and sign or reply at least 300 letters from people from his constituency. So every week, let's say come this Friday, they will have a meeting with the Farmers Association from his constituency that will talk, blah, 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 the concern and all that. That is what is going to take to DC. He come back next week, he meets Women Association, on and on and on. So there's a constant, dialogue, conversation, concern between people in the represent. Because you are not there to form your opinion. You are not in the house to say, okay, I support this because I believe this. It's supposed to say, okay, I'm saying yes to this bill because that's what a constituency wants. I'm saying no to this, but that's not the case, right? They do it the other way around. Now, they go don't pass their bill, then they will come they will come they speak on behalf of their representative without necessarily having a contact with them. Because if you go every nooks and cranny in Nigeria from north to west, east to south, and ask people if they even know about the tax bill, I guarantee you, maybe 1 out of every 3 will tell you say he or she has no clue. If you go deeper into the villages, nobody know what they're talking about, right? But they will come and say, "Oh, this is for my people. I'm doing this for my people." No. So, but I said it. Why we focus on EPA? The dates was going on smoothly. It's crazy that at this point, I don't know where as in, because it's the same thing. Or when just like during the election, right after they announced their victory, everybody followed the opposition party go Chicago. Why did they put their government in place, right? Let me say cite example. Currently, what is happening in America within the Trump, transition and all that. If we, I don't know if people they follow Margaret and the rest of people that they nominated. He was nominated for Attorney General, but already they don't. They never even see have like almost a month before he will appear before Senate and all that. But the way they scrutinize the guy, he had no choice than to withdraw. Now, if to say now, all right, then they do on two boards. I think that's what this Trump administration is trying to correct. They go down like confirm am first before they go throw to the media and the public to the just all to just exercise for nothing. So later on in the afternoon, I'll talk about how the media role in all these things that is happening. Why the media decided to do what they did last week and the week before. And because this bill has been Bola Tinubu don't push onto the House. It's October. 6 October. Even when foreign media was talking about it, just decided to focus on VDM, Bobrisky, and whatnot. Now they don't pass and finish. We won't begin. Yeah, everybody won't begin exercise his expertise on what the bill is about, which is doesn't matter. Whatever you say at this point is over. They don't pass on. They don't pass on. In case you say, "Oh, they never pass on," it's still going to go through. Yes, you're going to go through the House of Committees. You don't even know who are members of the committee as we speak. But people will come on air on TV and start, right? But that's what I expect, right? They have to bring pretty much the people that have the same view, but from up, they're coming from different perspective. But it's the same view, which is they are all in support of the bill, but they will one will come from an angle that nobody don't even matter at all, or it's not even. So people start seeing that person as the person who is opposing the bill. Why then you have the usual who make it clearly that it's for the bill, and on and on and on and on and on and on for like maybe days or weeks, and they don't exercise until they are up to another no good. You see they go abandon and jump on the next propaganda. So that's how that's all this is. Well, that's why when I did talk Dr. Damage show will give me weakness. Every Saturday I do always tell talk say come. There's something that is missing. This is where the bay is at this point. It's on the first. Is this? This is why they are doing this. But a lot of people think say Naibu they smoke. I don't know what I'm talking about. That is because all this thing that is happening is not new. Go back to Obasanjo administration, he didn't do them. It's not so they just they repeat them. But because in a different actors with the same script, you would think something different is going on. No. So it's a road that has already been passed so many times. All I always do is just to jump ahead and go ahead on that road with expectation that they will follow. And 9 out of 10, I never disappoint. So that's what prediction is all about. Nobody say, nah, one can know. All you need to know is okay. especially if you dey read or if you are paying attention, you will say, okay, this thing, it don't happen before. What happened? Like, then you jump ahead of the curve. So they go argue within themselves. And nothing, the deal has been done. They don't do it, they don't do it. But what will come out of here is enemy, right? And for me, maybe I try go think ahead and see if I'm going to be right this time. This is what we lay the foundation for the 2027 debate, right? Which is the agreement is North and South, right? So what you are seeing now is as if this bill don't they divide them. I mean them, the politicians, in two already, right? This is against the North, this is against the North, this is against the North. Why the South just remain quiet? So this now momentum don't they gather so, right? Momentum don't they gather till we go into the real debate. The next phase, after they don't establish this, the next thing is this does is against the North. For that reason, we form, right? Then competition does start. People will begin. Those people, if you remember, after 2020, they say, because they rig the election, people will not be interested again. Blah, blah, blah. No, no. By the time they don't finish with their argument and they will put on for your consciousness that this is the North wants to take power from the South. They could begin put one or two together. The North don't do it 10 years. The South don't do 100 years. Bola Tinubu, that's how all the same thing over and over and over again. So before you know, you always say you know the interest again, you go begin to first. This North self, they do too much. Who do you think they are? You think they can do? They think they can just whatever they want, they will get. Population. Then this we see new coming from the south side. Yes. This is how it's supposed to be. This is fiscal restructuring. Now we they produce resources. We should be more. Why is not right? Maybe at some point there will be they will introduce another segment which is Obi and Atiku, right? Which is already taking shape already at the same time. And nobody's asking, waiting to be thinking about the tax. Waiting Atiku think about the tax. No, it's not important, right? Because they will do the same thing if they are in power and they will run on the same policy. So it's not rocket science. These people now, you don't need to change they say you don't change the winning team or the winning strategy, right? All of them, everybody is quiet. If you see people where they make noise about the tax are just PAs and people that don't matter. But people where then apart from Uzokan who come out now, which man, I listened to Uzokan, I was like, I like these people. It's just so easy. I mean, I think I said it about 2 years ago, right? Time will come, maybe 30, 40, 50 years from now. You are still lucky to be alive. You go to say, holy shit, why I no run for position during this era? Because things will become more complicated. Not necessarily say change will change for better. It become more so complicated that because the people will hold the power now are old people, right? They use the same thing they manage and they will still be out. Politically speaking, or nature will carry them out. Give them 20 years from now. So the newcomers, they will come with some will come with the force of change. We need to change what is happening. So there'll be confusion, complication, and all that. And if they could not manage them well, they'll turn against the people. Because you can't just go down like that. You're right. There's a way for you to the people to go down so you save yourself. Why not take that route? So they go argue. They go argue. That's all you're going to be from. You don't start already. Right? The debate don't start. You go dey hear grammar, you go dey hear expertise, you go dey hear body, every, you know, just for nothing. They are not going to be able to change. Not no, regardless of what anybody say or want at this point, the bill is gone. So you don't go. It's not going to come back. Nothing. Nothing. They are just trying. This argument is just trying to, as I said, pave the way for debate that will eventually lead to 2027 presidential election. Nothing will change again. Anybody, all the people will come on platform. If they want some, say yes, oh, he's in the second reading, it's not the final stage. He's still going to go back to the high committee. Ask that person who and who make up the committee. Now that time you could know, say the person is just they don't either if not content creator, they don't give the person topic how to moderate the argument, or if na panelists come. They don't pay them now. All attention, across all the platform. Look, I leave a TV across all the internet platform now, right? People that will be making case for this bill, right? Like two different type of people. If not people who on platform the material conversation, if we don't give them how to try lead the conversation, right? Which is pretty much the nuances we would hear already. It's against the knowledge, it's for the rich, da 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 da. But that's not even the point. Then the next set of people now, all those panelists will be saying, now from now they don't switch their focus 100% on this debate on tax, from arise to Chinese to so that they will have enough to come and repeat. How do you know that? How do you figure that out? Anybody will come on any platform, they support this bill. When you say, okay, just because you don't pass second reading, you never pass, that is going back to the committee, ask that person. It should give you names of the members of those committees. And then while I go start. They can't. Because none of them decide to say, okay, either make I even read the bill or make I even okay how this thing they work, which of the committee, okay, who are these people? No, but that takes a lot of work and time, and you might get confused along the no, I'd rather go listen to reply. Whatever the fact conclusion is, spot on. Whatever Abati said, spot on. Whatever Shehu said, whatever any other people come on their platform talk, that's it. Not knowing that the committee is they narrow down to committee for a reason. Because first of all those members within the committee, whatever the committee, they lobby to be in that committee. So if nobody your merits make you prove that okay, either you lobby or not because you don't do things for the house. What does that mean? Already now, other men make sure they okay, they nominate them, go there. For what that's why I say even the finance committee that they are using as a scale that is going to go back to finance committee. The chairman of the finance committee now one. And again, how you go to know people when they just listen to people finish when they talk? When you say now they go say, which kind of boy you dey smoke, change your supplier. You dey crazy. Why you go say, but they don't understand that is just just to actually go deeper to end to say, okay, but whoever we did there is loyal to somebody, is loyal to Konkoso. Whatever Konkoso wants, he does. But most importantly, both the president and the Konkoso and the chairman of the finance committee, all of them are the same. Again, the point, too late to cry when the head is off. The bill don't pass. Focus on the next adventure. What next that this motherfucker's up to? But that's not the game. The game is to now start debating. They form enemy. They form some like the game just it's It's fun anyway to watch, but at the same time, it's we are not going anywhere. That's why when some people, yeah, the next thing where you go still understand. Say now a lot of people don't go understand the hard work is this Donald Trump uh, mission of a thing that now people could begin to say, oh, Nigeria will survive. It will do well. Man, when I hear people they talk about how things are doing well for other African countries because because maybe see they get peace or anything. I'm like, how do you even think? Right? People go say, oh, yes, the sanction go good, we go survive. Like how? But let me not do this. We go. Let me cannot to go far ahead, but we'll go there. But I'm just trying to expose when you hear people they make case for all these things that they have no idea about, but they want to be in front of the conversation, but not necessarily knowing that the conversation is already cast in stone, is done. No matter how you see it now, it's already over.
What the president essentially is doing is trying to pull all the resources to the southwest, particularly Lagos. Many of the oil companies are in Niger Delta, are in the Delta region. That's where they have their operations. But their headquarters are in Lagos. They pay VAT to Lagos. Dangote is paying VAT in Lagos with his factories in the north. What has Lagos done to earn that? So Lagos is getting all of that money. And now you're saying, oh yeah, that money is ours, that money is ours. No, it isn't. Lagos is what it is today thanks to Nigeria's Commonwealth. All the infrastructures were built by Nigerian Commonwealth. The ports, the bridges, the everything. If anybody asks you, you must pay. So people need to be sensible. There is this thing they call in the old Zulu adage, Ubuntu. You are who you are because of me. It's common humanity. Northern governors met in Kaduna to talk about VAT. Oh, and they want to accrue more money. Let me say that they were not there for God and country or for the region. They were collecting there because they are not going to get more money. So this selfishness, oh, it's me, it's me, it's me, and the president is following that, it's raising antenna alarm in the north. To all that, yes, and the president has sent a bill to the House about his tax reform. That is his right as the executive. But it is the right of our representatives, and we are watching them very closely. It is the right of our representatives to fight for us and kill that bill if it does not do well for the people they are representing. End of story. There is no argument. There is no argument. This is what democracy is. President Bola Tinubu on his own cannot do things without reverting back to the House. And we have our representatives there that we will hold accountable.
So, now this was even before the bill passed the second reading. But the bench of conversation has already been established, right? The bill is against the North from one angle. The bill now to make Lagos richer from another angle. But the truth is that if you look at it from analogy of Mama Echo, which is the oppressed and the oppressed, then you understand that that is how if you actually see this bill, who is at the receiving end, now the common man, who go the fat they go, now the guy at the top. But they would not see things from that angle. They don't politicize them already. As I said, the road to 2027 conversation has just begun against the North. Now, make I read you some few few debate that is going on already in our national newspapers, right? There will be consequences if Tinubu uses his power to pass tax reform bill. Zulum, Governor of Borno State, right? Now, the Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has insisted that the proposed tax reform by President Bola Tinubu should not be implemented as they are. Governor Zulu maintained that if the bill are passed, most of the money from the value-added tax VAT will go to Lagos State. Why is it going to Lagos State? Nobody will ask that. Oh, and of course, if they ask, they will say, "Oh, no. Now because all the companies are in Lagos, all the headquarters are in Lagos, right? That would be for that." And that person is right. Then your next person where they will bring on is somebody that will say, no. Oh yeah, all the infrastructure in Lagos is due by our own collective wealth, Ubuntu, you are because of blah, 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 blah. Right? That it will end there like that. But common sense, they will not bring they should bring another person that will say, come on, you are right. But both of you are right because what? There's what they call peace in Lagos. Where there is peace, it's just like the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and every other thing will be added unto you. It's just a common sense. But no, they will not come from that perspective, just as I believe that there's three sides to a coin, right? In this case, they are right. Now, the collective, whatever, brain, I build those infrastructure. When? Yes. It is because all the headquarters of other companies are located in Lagos. Boom, they are also right. But there's a reason why both of them are right, which is what the people of Lagos are smart enough to say, come, all we need to do as a people, as a culture, is to strive for relative peace. If we can achieve at least 10% of peace above every other state, with the now natural disposition of what we have in terms of sea and all that, we are going to attract the best of the best. And that's exactly what Lagos is able to achieve. Has it been like this? No. Delta State, River States were also on the receiving end about 20 years ago when there was peace. Kanu, Kaduna, Medugri were just a clinical example 20 years ago where there were relative peace. So these people will not see beyond their, but as I said, it's just for the sake of conversation. It's just to drive the next interest because the goal of any government, as I said, is to make people stupid, but at the same time, here is the most marketable commodity, the most expensive and valuable commodity you can think of. So how do we drive fear into the people so that they will come and legitimize our power in the next 4 years? It's as simple as that. Like business logic. If you start business, how do you make profit, right? There are so many ways to do that. Now, make I continue with my governor. He, however, warned that if President Bola Tinubu uses power and influence to get the bill passed by the National Assembly without making the necessary adjustment, there will be consequences for the people. Just think, just what in talking, I just this is the outcome already. This is what the president did, right? So now the afternoon we talk how the media work, right? The goal of media in all this. But now look at it. He, however, warned that if President Bola Tinubu uses his power and influence to get the bill passed, that has been done already by the National Assembly without making the necessary adjustment. No, he did not make any adjustment when he submitted it before the Congress, October 10th, October 4th, thereabouts. and followed by the NEC, that's the National Executive Council. It was rejected bluntly. That NEC was led by the Vice President, and why it was rejected that they should go and make the necessary adjustment. The recommendation were made, but immediately Bola Tinubu said, "Mbano, nothing. That she must go through." You never see that in Nigerian newspaper. I read that one for I think na New York Post or something like that. So they had to go back. So there was no necessary adjustment. So that's what I said. Waiting Zulum they warn us for has been done. And that is where I was about a month ago with the conversation. When I try and make people understand, say, come. There's something that will come and change your life for good. But you guys, go wake up with the VDM and Bobrisky and the next agenda on the news. Anyway, so he has used his influence, his power, to make sure the bill passed. So it's that we say without making necessary adjustment, no adjustments were made so far, would be consequences for the people. Of course. That's why people like me where they smoke it, go they talk, say come. Now poor people they at the receiving end. Bola can come and boo everybody. Oh, if you are earning less than 800,000 per annum, you will not. And if you, all you need to do is just like how much is minimum wage? Do one or two together. You know, say anybody that actually has a job will pay tax. If you are not in that bracket of paying tax, you're either underemployed or you are not employed. When as far as you are employed, within the minimum wage standard, you pay the tax. But that's not even the whole point. Whether you pay tax, you know, pay, you are going to, it is guaranteed. If you are buying bread, 100 naira now, it's going to be 150 by the time the tax is implemented. And by next year, it's going to be 170. But I mean, we just put it a number to tell you how increment every other thing will get. That's the killer there. So in other words, they are just taking money from the poor people and give it to the rich. Because at the top, they reduce their own tax. Why at the base, they increase their tax? Make it make sense. So that is the consequence for the people that Governor Borno Zulum is actually alluding to. Why insisting that he is not against the administrative of Bola Tinubu? Zulum asked for more time for consultation on tax reform proposal in the spirit of democracy. Now, if you actually look, if you read many to his words, the way he's phrased this argument, you understand this is a man that understands that his future is still bright. Right? It's one of those few you can point at and you have pretty more little against, just like in position of Obi. Right? So that's why I say I am not against the administration of Bola Tinubu. He has to make that clear. Of course, nobody will say that. But again, he finished that line of argument with that tax reform proposal in the spirit of what democracy. Now, the Borno State governor added that contrary to the insinuation in some quarters that the governor are not against the president. You can't be against the president. How? We know the power of the president. I am a system man. I respect him. I am a system. Man, I like this. I think that man. This guy is smart. He is smart. He's not talking to. You see, when I don't say the argument, not to set precedent for debate that will trail us at the campaign 2027. This is what I'm talking about right here. Right? I am a system man. And he's talking to an average person with that kind of phrase, right? He's telling that both those who we want to perceive as if he's against, no. I know, I am not against the system. I will work against the system because I am part and parcel of the system. Now, in case people from outside are looking in, when I mean people from outside, because the policy is not originally from renewal hope agenda blueprints, as they call their manifesto. No, rather it's coming from Washington DC. You know what I mean. Now, So it continues. We know the power of the president. I am a system and I respect him. If the president wants to use his power to pass the bill, he may have his way, but it has its consequences on the people, Zulum said during the interview with Channel Television on Sunday. Now, on the flip side, as he's making it clear to the power that be that yes, I respect the game, he also speaking to his own section of the power block. Say, come, if this be passed, and because Bola Tinubu used his strong hand, push on. You understand? So that part of the argument is to allow the power block in the other side. Then the people we suffer is to tell the ordinary man on the street, say, come on, I tried. We tried. But the guy used his strong arm to do him. So there's the consequence. No blame me. Blame the man. Now, recall that the president in October asked the National Assembly to consider and pass the Joint Revenue Board of Nigerian Establishment Bill 2024, SB 583, the Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Bill 2024, SB 584, the Nigerian Tax Administration Bill, blah, 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 blah. Despite opposition from some supporters against the bill, the Senate has passed the bill for the second reading. You see, understand why Ekpa is the small screen. The argument that Zulum is moving forward is already, how to say, they don't achieve him. He's just, this is what the argument should be maybe a month or 2 months ago among the people, right? But they put her on the back burner and put Ekpa on the front burner. So now that's Zulum. Make I bring another argument from Shinkafi. Shinkafi should be what? Former governor of Kaduna, if I'm not mistaken. Say most of the governors complaining about Tinubu tax reform bill are lazy. I like my people. His Excellency, Executive Director of Patriot for Advancements of Peace and Society Development, Sani Abdullahi Shinkafi, wasn't the governor, former governor, has declared total support for the tax reform proposed by President Bola Tinubu. Now, you can argue that this is a think tank of intellectuals from the North, right? So you see, say, again, I say they will divide themselves along the line of is against the North. It's not something that doesn't make sense, right? But let's see. Let's see his own submission here. He submitted that most governors who are opposed to the tax reform are lazy and unwilling to work to build the integrity, internal generated revenue of their states. You're right. Nobody can say, but regardless of the tax, isn't that supposed to be the core, the primary reason why somebody should assume be a chief marketer of a state, a form of a governor, which is to maximize the resources of the state? Anyway, Shinkafi made his submission on Monday while speaking as a guest on Arise News. He argued that the most of those against the bill have not studied it, nor do they understand the content. He further dismissed claim that the tax reforms are anti-North. I tell you now. Clarifying that the new revenue sharing formula prioritizes performance-based allocation. The only body with them bring call argue or for, that it will be right. Because of how the money are going to be shared based on your performance, based on your contribution, that is why they are complaining. Most of these states are lazy. Most of them are not ready to develop the states to generate the revenue. That is why they are complaining, he added. In defending the bill, which are before the National Assembly, Shinkafi also defended the Deputy Senate President Jibril Barrow who presided over the legislative section in which the bill was debated by the lawmaker. Then not debate and debate, so whether they shout, they just one no allow person talk. One say, okay, I can no, make I see. Maybe I don't know which I talk. Let's see, maybe this is the debate.
And I just take the last part of Order 38. That is order of the business. Mr. President, the order of the business says, number 10, that our business for the day will be based on the order paper. The order paper does not contain this. And for God's sake, this is a very, very, very important matter. We should not in any way try to use the position of the Senate because the order paper is clear and we have been doing this. I have no problem having them to come here and explain whatever. We have been doing that, but we follow known procedures. And that is if today this thing has to be taken, you now quickly ask for supplementary order paper that will reflect this. And as you said, this is a very, very important matter. It is not a matter that you just come and tell us after we are doing business of the day. Mr. President, you can have your way, but I will have my say. You will have your way, but I can have my say. You can use the gavel, and I will use my voice. This thing is very sensitive. Our people have been dominated by this matter. When you say it's matter of urgent national importance, yes, we do have matters of urgent national importance. But even those matters normally is referred to the next legislative date or another legislative date. Please, I beg you in the name of God, this matter is very, very important to not only us, but Nigerians that we represent. And we swear by Bible and Holy Quran that will represent the interests of the people. These people partially have spoken. The governors, the National Economic Council, and that makes
you have made a point. Can I respond to you?
You can rule me out of order.
Let me respond. Let me respond to you. Now, please, we are not here for rhetorics. We are acting on fact. Excuse me. Order, please. Order, please. Order, please. Order, please. Order.
You, because you are sitting there saying saying it's written.
I know.
Are you saying, Mr. President, that a Senate?
No, leave me. Allow him. Wait a minute.
Is that fair to yourself?
So that's a debate over the bill. But why they laugh? Sorry, now this is the people they in the comment section them. Well, not be so with the debate for either Dr. Damage here on all the platform now. So with the debate now, we just one sentence or one into the conversation we turn into personal, right? Yeah. So this is a debate over a tax bill. They just they attack themselves, which is tragic as far as I'm concerned. But that's exactly how we actually behave when we argue, either here on this platform, Dr. Damage show, any freaking Nigerian platform. That's what we did. That's what we did debate. God damn, so guy. We be special people, man. Triumph. I beg, I just didn't know say we not the comment section. I was just Nigeria is the best for your. They say the future. We guys see where this man, man, Triumph say they greet you. Not than the best for my political father. Not be all of them now. They are just acting. They go to start to the behave because they no go want make anything happen to their chance of the turn by turn. We be the sheriff. I don't be sheriff for The future is bright for Nigerians in Nigeria. The North is not another country. Why do we keep using the North as a standard? Well, now them they know now them they use well how do I that's how it's political, right? That's a political term. So that's why I say they go soon start to divide them myself along that line. It's just for it's to it overshadow the real essence of what in the conversation should be about, right? Which is actually the people, which as you said, they are one country. Why would they use the North? But again, it's also speak to the core, the foundation of the country. Say there was this the glue with and take glue man together no actually work. You understand? That's why those terms are still prevalent. But on a bigger picture, it's a political terms, right? The North, African American, Indian American, Indigo of French, I be French, so all the kind of shit, right? Is na divide and rule tactics, na identity politics. It makes things easy. That's why I thought say religions, like the organized religion, is are the two biggest political parties you can think of. And one of the reasons is to control people, right? When you say this group of people are like this the North are Muslims, automatically you know what they can do, what they cannot do. So it's all these things, they are reason why like that are in existence. As I always say, everything we you see so now we like human being do am. So once now they do them directly or indirectly, then the idea of conspiracy theory, continuity, coincidences is off the window. France got the day taxed their citizens big time. What the heck are you talking about? France government, did they tax their citizens big time? Oh. That's not the point. This guy. Ah, and you see now they even they foolish passes. All this let's say France. Eh? If I be citizen of France, I will go to war. Why would I pay tax when una they go when una they use my name go destroy other people, go thief? Okay, so what's the point of going to Nigeria and invade that country to go thief their resources? If not for me to live free. So you tax me, you still go thief for outside. So you see the game. At least our own they tax us. They know they fit go thief for outside. If to say Nigerian at least they go invade, they don't go invade Ghana, thief their gold, invade America, invade Silicon Valley, thief their technology now. The country they do whatever. I know they okay that they try. This motherfucker just feeding fast on our stupidity, right? But at least now one way that they chop. The French power them, that they chop from two sides, than the other people see they suffer. So whichever way you look at, you can't win. You just can't win. Everything that already been said, I just the flow as they go. Mhm. So where was we? Now, so the submission that opposition to the bills are politically naive, politically motivated, and based on misinformation. Who they do the misinformation? Who be they do the motivation? Who they do the bribery? Not them, right? The attack by the Northern Youth Assembly is uncalled for. No, it's called for. People need to send check now. That 2.2 billion bill. We then give them. So you know go share them. Now we no get Southern youth. Now we no get. Are we just this stupid? Those guys they cash in. We need to understand the kind of person we wanna get as president. He's a very generous man. You know they like stress. Anything where money can do, he will take care of it and just and stay focused. Focus on the goal. So when the northern youth they understand that aspect of the man, what do they want to do? Now they don't have what it takes to switch president to do. So they just come together, have a very strong voice. From time to time, they use them bargain. So if you look at the criticism themselves, they attack, blackmail, and mischief, make it okay, say no. the attack by the northern youth is uncalled for. That is not criticism. It's just echoing the northern youth sentiment. Say, come on, these people, they see the vessel. Do go appease them. Have to pacify them. After all, the 2.2 billion was approved for this purpose. So before you know now, the northern youth go come out and retrace their step and they are paying their support. Money don't exchange us. We will all they attack ourselves for social media. After we form so Southern Youth social media, I go still find cyber youth safe. I think that's the cause. What's embarking on cyber youth, Nigerian cyber youth. After all, they say we'll be cyber bully, cyber misinformed, cyber mumu. So let's monetize it. Cyber youth will be a good lobby organization, a think tank, is cyber youth. That cyber youth will get militant among the cyber youth. Militant in the sense that the goal we just send them to each platform, just to destroy the argument. They must listen to us by all means. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to read how to take down power and other kind of shit. So it's getting me. Now let me come back. But on a more serious note, the northern youths are understand how the game works and they are catching up. All the attacks, blackmail, and the mischief making are politically motivated against the Deputy Senator Shinkafi stated. Shinkafi further submitted that the northern governor who are against the bill do not understand its content. If they have gone deeply into it, the governor will not be crying foul. How the fuck you going deeply into it when the bills are already been passed? Again, they are rephrasing my point. These governors are responsible for the economic failure, insecurity, chronic unemployment, acute poverty, and uneducational backwardness in the northern region, they argue. Now, I like the northern angle of just playing along with this foolishness. They're trying to focus the ordinary man on the street to say, okay, now the governor will actually be the problem. The bill is right, the bill is good, the bill means well, that's what it's supposed to be. But you are going to be affected today because the governors are stupid. But guess what? Why they can comfortably direct the attention of the public to attack the governor, it is because the governor, especially those when we won't come back for second times, has nothing to do. Nobody, the people will bring them come back, right? Once Bola Tinubu say, hey, you are coming back, you are coming back. That's this. It's to say now the people actually have what it takes to actually determine who governs them. They will not actually be pointing accusing figure on the governor publicly like that. I hope I'm making sense. He listed some of the benefits of the tax reform bills and why stakeholders should embrace it. Small business with turnover not exceeding 50 million are exempted from paying annual tax. Now let's stick with that. Now, who are these small business people who know they make 50 million sales? France, to Triumph, are you part of the 50 million business owner? Like which business they make less than 50 million that will not pay tax? %99 of those business that are not making up to 50 million depends on those that make over 50 million to strive. Am I making sense? My business that is not making up to 50 million, that means I depends on the business that are making over 50 million for survival. Is either I'm into marketing business, I'm marketing their finished product, or I am in between transferring raw material from the poor people and sell it to the big boys, right? Now, the big boys are going to be paying the tax. In other words, they are going to find one way or the other to augment it. The easiest way to do that is either to increase the service that they are providing, the product that they are providing, by which we put a toll on the guy that his business is less than 50 million, right? And by so doing, the guy that is making less than 50 million say, come, me, I no fit. For me, not for me to meet up and stay alive by meeting this new increase from the Oga, me say go jump up my price. Guess what? Now left you, the talaka. What do you do? What choice do you have? You cannot adjust rather than what? That to forget that or reduce your standard of living. So they can garnish all you want. As far as Nigeria is concerned, no small business that survive from the beginning to the end of the cycle of that business has not anything to do with the guy who will be paying tax that will affect him. Any kind of business at all you can think of. I can't measure what I know because with the change of rate in Nigeria, I don't know which business be 1 million or 2 million again. Now, the guy continues. Say, pharmaceutical products, food item, educational material, agricultural equipment, and export goods are also exempted from tax. Okay, now let's break it down. Pharmaceutical products, like what? The last time I checked, all those was are imported products. Who is importing them? The big boys. So there we pay tax. That means they will also increase the price of that product in order for them to meet up, which again take a toll on the person that will consume it. Now, Mr. Asos say pure water. God bless you. Right? Before you arrive at the finished pure water, right? Wait, they don't the boss plastic paper now. I don't know where. So you go buy first of all, the occurring expenditure where you need. Let me just say on that, not the recurring one that you need on daily basis to make sure your product keep going, right? That means you could buy paper, right? The company that you are buying the plastic bag from definitely is a billionaire company. It's more than 50 million company. So that person will pay the tax. How in go take it up, in go include if they buy the plastic bag from the company before at the rate of 10 naira because it's not paying tax. Now that it's paying tax, it don't increase. And so you say you have to go from 10 naira to 11 naira. How do you meet up with that? You have to bring your pure water from 1 naira to 1 naira 50 kobo. Just put the number out there for it. So either way, the whole economy is entitled to be touched. But the most importantly, the only person who cannot adjust in terms of, okay, I'm going to be paying more here, so I need to take more. I need to increase here so that I can meet up. Is the common man who no get choice. Either you chop them or you let go of it. So nobody will they import pharmaceutical product that is worth less than 50 million. And 50 million naira, no be saying that. All right. Then when I had to say food items, like what? We don't produce what we eat anymore. We import our food. But most importantly, they don't kill all the farmers finish. So, beg your pardon. Those guys where they into the few farming business, they are big boys. 50 million no be anything. Educational material. What is the educational material? Which educational material Nigeria they produce? 150 kobo. Okay, I just use that as a conversation. Wait, what are the education material against Abemo that remind me? So that's a computer? We know the producer. No educational material is being produced by Nigerian or produced in Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. So, as I said, they can do whatever, they can paint the argument however they want for the work. He added that the reduction of income tax for small business from 30% to 35% is a significant advantage. So you see the goal here? Eh? The addition that the reduction of income tax for small business from 35 to 30%. So you are reducing, okay, maybe on a good. Now, we have to classify those small business first and where we go. I see, are they still below 50 million? Pencil, then they produce pencil for Nigeria. I don't think so. I don't think so. I know they produce pencil for Nigeria. So can we also dismiss speculation that the tax reform has skewed in favor of Lagos State and attribute such narrative to misinformation? Let me see how you would defend that, Massive. People are being misinformed on the new tax bill against the presidency. The most important thing is for you to be upright in your decision and very transparent and accountable, he said. As a solution to the controversy surrounding the bill, Shinkafi called for public hearing to enlighten the public on the content or merit of. You see the insult where people they insult person. Public hearing where the public don't pass the bill already. So because I know be the National Assembly public. So what he's saying that let the argument that does not going to go anywhere begins, which I said before. As soon as they be passed, then you could begin to argue within themselves for every platform, every media, everywhere, right? That's exactly what is even recommended publicly. What an insult. Now, the issue of attribution and the derivation is clear. With public hearing, all this would have been avoided. All this would have been avoided, right? With public hearing, but here we are, he noted. Now, two different perspectives coming from the same angle, right? They are all in support, but they sound as if they are against. Now, let's go to, I think there's another argument here that take a different perspective, but the same thing, which is the bill must pass, or he has passed, and say, well, now let's listen to argument from Eastern Quarter. according to one man, Eastern Quarter, which is ably represented by none other person, Chief Oji Uzokalu. Say, why not? If they ask me why not, I like that. Why not? You know why not? Because they don't go tell they don't go tell French president that French can import pencil. Can export pencil to us. I think the federal government made a mistake. Oji Uzokalu speak on Tinubu Tax Reform Bill. Abia North Senator Oji Uzokalo has added his voice to the ongoing national debate on the tax reform bill instituted by the administration of President Pablo. It's too late to cry when the head is up. Now, when it don't pass the bill finish, 90 the day they start. I was spot on. For like 3 consecutive weeks, I dey talk am on daily basis. Leave Bobrisky alone. Leave BDM alone. Leave Simon Ekpa alone. Focus. Mbano. And maybe the Igbo smoker. Na triumph. Na triumph be the bad person where they support Tinubu. Eh? Na Naija man, na him be mumu where they see the Tinubu they butter their bread. Speaking to an interview on Arise News, Kalu said the bill is very progressive, but the federal government made a mistake in not carrying stakeholder along. Imagine that country. Chai. I go so like I don't know. I need to form people and form a think tank and lobby me. We need to start making money for all this because I need to be speaking for organization and interest group. I will tell them where we are so that they can be moving about with there. Because I know some people where they form all these expertise and I was like, some shit easy thing to do. Anyway, according to him, the National Executive Council, NEC, the Nigerian Government Forum, and the Council of State should all have been carried along in the tax reform bill. Motherfucker, shut the fuck up. The National Executive Councils were carried along and they rejected it outrightly. What the heck are you talking about? The government, some section of the governors have been saying no to this shit. Despite the identified mistake, Kalu was of the opinion that the bill would bring back physical federalism in Nigeria. As I told you before, the bill is very progressive. It will bring back physical federalism. Many senators have not been briefed. I think the federal government made a mistake. The initiators of this bill would have briefed the National Economic Council Governor Forum we had. Nigga, this shit has been going on for like a year. President Tinubu had his October forwarded 4 bills. Forwarded 4 bills, October, including the Nigerian Tax Bill 2024, the Tax Administration Bill, the Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Bill, the Joint Revenue, blah, 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 blah. The bill, which have generated controversy among Nigeria, have already passed second reading. So what the fuck is the argument? Of course, I know. Now, Uzo Kalu continued to say Tinubu diplomatic shuttle are good. I like that. Mercy. I think this is where Uzo Kalu and Mr. Triumph are best of friends, maybe business partner. President Tinubu diplomatic shuttle are good, Senator Uzo Kalu. The senator representing Abia State District, Oji Kalu, are paid President Bola Tinubu foreign trip are good for the country. Said investor can only come into the country through the presidential diplomatic shuttle. He stated that it would also increase the country's foreign direct investment. Speaking on Monday in an Arise TV interview, the former governor of Abia State explained that the Nigerian investor will also, through the president's foreign trip, take advantage of investment opportunity in the foreign nation. Let me be honest with you, President. Diplomatic shuttle between countries have been very good. And I'm very impressed on that level. I'm not talking about tribalism now. I'm talking about the diplomatic shuttle that the president has been doing, and it is good. This is only way we can succeed. This is only way we can have new investors. This is only way that when Nigeria companies open in the other countries, it means we are a step ahead. Oh man, I like this man. I like the way they did this. They are very futuristic. They are ahead of us. They are ahead of the game. That's all. He's not talking to us. He's talking to his peer investors, right? Tinubu is putting them ahead of every fucking poor motherfucker out there. So this is what it's about. We can now have people from Nigeria going to France to work, and they will be paid to work and earn money and stand back home. Brother, I don't tell you now, say, those useless generation I alluded to all the time is coming. If you don't get money now, you cannot be employed in France. In America, forget it. Anyway, I'm over pushing it with that one. Anyway, Uzo Kalu further call for an amendment to the country's electoral law to give room for diaspora voting. So in other words, if you say they talk rubbish, they can say, oh, I think it's making sense. Yes, so let's listen to it. Because you don't touch with it concern you. He emphasized the need for diaspora to have a say in who gets elected in the country through their vote. The diaspora, for example, is the greatest asset Nigerians should be. Do we even have, is there anything like in diaspora Nigerians? I'm curious. I want to know if there's anything like that. How many are there in number? Where can I meet them? Where is their office? What is this organization about? What is their mission? I'm interested. I want to actually be part of this working in diaspora that they always refer to. Anyway, I would like the National Assembly to allow the diaspora inflow to follow the vote, follow their vote. If you bring in money, the diaspora should also vote, and we should give a special place for the diaspora in our law. So that is the incoming and inflow that we will come from abroad. We enjoy the people of that foolishness. Don't make me the hungry. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take clock out and clock in later.